Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Sean, sometimes known as the Beast, and this is the second attempt at showing a VCLT that I recently received. I actually did do an unboxing video, but for some reason I either pressed the wrong button on the camera or I'm just an incompetent fuck and it didn't save, and all the packaging, if you've ever had a chance to see the footage, was pretty much decimated because I was that eager to get into it because I knew where it was. So what I will do is I'll show you what I received as part of, well, the VCLT. Now, before I started making videos and I first became a member of the VC, watching other people's stuff, I never really understood the concept of sending music to people that chances are you're never going to meet. However, once I started to understand what the VC meant to other people, and myself included, I was like, oh, well actually I've got a spare copy of that, I wonder if... And so it was, next thing was to start sending them out to people. Now, I've been fortunate enough to receive quite a few VCLTs, which still to this day is just, it blows me away. Now, if you've watched any of my earlier videos, you might have seen one I did a while ago showing some records and CDs from my past of thrash metal bands that I used to, well, I've always enjoyed for years and years and years. Now, I showed a band called Holosade and their album Hell House, and it was only, the only version I had was the CD reissue from, I can't remember exactly when it was reissued. But I sort of said, tongue-in-cheek, jokingly, if anybody finds a copy of this on vinyl and wants to sell it, then give me a shout. So you may have figured where this is going now. Our good friend Brendan, BVD, the Aussie Metalhead, he contacted me recently and said, was I still interested in a vinyl copy? So I said yeah, obviously. And he said, you know, he was in talks to get a second copy because he already owned it. So a couple of weeks later, got back in touch again, asked me for my address, which I sent to him, and he said he was going to package it up, and after checking the post, bearing in mind how much the post to the UK is, he was going to give me a figure, a price, as it were. So, yeah, I mean, you know, I was just keen to own it. Anyway, he then said, oh, the package is on its way, accept it as part of a VCLT. So here it is. Now, obviously, Brendan lives a very, very long way from where I live, so he stuck some stickers and flyers in. But this is the main little part of the show. This is the 1988 Power Station Records version of Holosade's Hell House. Now, Holosade are a thrash metal band that were predominantly from Darlington and Durham in the northeast of England, which is probably 40 minutes in a car from where I live. And I think it's quite bizarre that the only way I've been able to get hold of a vinyl copy that was, I believe it was released in England, was for a gentleman way down south at the bottom end of the world to find me a copy and then to kindly and very gratefully accept it and send it to me. Now, he did say there was a couple of surface marks and, you know, wanted cleaning and such like. I've spanned this and it's, the sound quality is spot on. The surface marks are very, very, you know, I wouldn't even consider them, class them as surface marks. So to say that I finally own it now is absolutely incredible. Very, very, very much appreciated, as I said. And in the parcel that Brendan sent, which was superbly packaged, and believe it or not, it took less time to get here than things I've had sent from Newcastle, which is just down the road. There's some different flyers from some of the Aussie guys back in the day. Which are all, it's really good to see these things, you know, like what bands to expect when you're over here, but we've got a death postcard, obituary postcards, some desecrator sticker, stalker, a couple of Wartooth stickers. So I honestly, to receive a VCLT of any kind is, you know, it's pretty special, and it does mean a lot. To receive something that can be, for me, was considered a grail really. I mean, you know, it's not grail worthy as in getting death symbolic or getting the first press of, you know, I don't know, anything with the first press of. But to be gifted something that I've been after for a long time is, yeah, it's pretty overwhelming, to be honest. And it makes you realise just what an amazing bunch of people we have in the VC. Obviously there's a couple of not so amazing people that pop up from time to time, but I think the majority of us are half decent human beings. Well, give or take the odd ingrate that comes in, but, you know. So to Brendan, thank you so much, mate. It means an absolute world. It's just, I mean, it sort of goes above and beyond what you'd consider a friendship, to be sending things from the other side of the world and then not wanting anything in return. I have actually said to Brendan, because I know he's a mad keen fan on his OGs, to send me a list of things that he's still after, and obviously I'll keep an eye out and maybe be able to return the favour. So from an OG that I've been after for a long time, to a reissue I probably really didn't need to buy, but because it was all shiny and thrash related and I'm a bit of a collector scum and proud, I had to, when I saw it was up for pre-order, I had to pre-order it. I haven't seen anybody else show it yet, so the thing in question weighs a fucking ton. I'll try not to get it too glary because the curtains are all open, but this is the remastered box set of Creator's Enemy of God and Hordes of Chaos even. Now, Enemy of God came out in 2005, it was the 11th studio album. Hordes of Chaos came out 2009, no surprise it was the 12th studio album. So we'll open the box and I'll show you what's inside. Again, it's one of those, did I need it in my collection? No. Am I grateful I've got it? 100%. Collector scum, that's what you do. So we get, no great surprise, the remastered version of Enemy of God. Try and keep it from glaring. This is a double album, gatefold presentation, woo, with the gents on the back. We get a nice inlay with some stunning artwork on the front. It's got boobies, so YouTube might not appreciate that so much. We get the lyrical content inside. Turn this around so you can see fully what the artwork's all about. But yeah, Enemy of God followed on from Violent Revolution, and to be honest, this was more like Creator just doing what Creator do. It's not, you know, they're never going to capture the aggression and stuff of Endless Pain. They're not going to get the destructive nature anymore of Extreme Aggression. Because obviously, you know, them albums are almost 40 years ago. That's I'll just show the one band because they're both very similar. You know, that the angst and annoyance and anger that we felt back in them days, it will have subdued slightly. You would think. I might be wrong, but it's just creator doing what creator do best, I think, and long may it continue. Now, the next one is Hordes of Chaos, and for all I've just said about Enemy of God not capturing the old angst and anger and such like, I think this album is more of a primordial creator, production wise. I think this was probably helped in its overall sound by the fact that most of the tracks were recorded as a band together, live. Again, we get the inlay, and flipped round we get the thanks and such like on it. And again, I think this is more of this is closer to what you'd expect from Creator, like a throwback almost to earlier Creator. Again, the coloured vinyl, it's sort of de rigueur for whenever you get a box set now. It's not too offensive. I would have preferred black, but us collector scrum can't complain too much, can we? So alongside both of the records, you actually get 2 graphic novels. No surprise, they are called Graphic Violence Chapter 2 and Graphic Violence Chapter 3. Now, if you're wondering where Chapter 1 is, that actually came in the box set for Violent Revolution. So, if you want to read all 3, you need to either borrow it off somebody or buy the other box set, which is where I did. And again, it's just something Nuclear Blast have done a good job with. To be fair, I think the Creator box sets that's been released recently have been some of the better ones. So alongside the albums and the graphic novels, you get the CD versions with double disc. Whoa, that's a long way. This one has the remastered version of the album. Can't even read it. Something of Craig remix, whoever Craig is. I'm guessing he's a nice chap. Probably does a decent job, you know. But so we get that one. Obviously we get the Enemy of God Deluxe Super Remastered CD with more boobies for YouTube, not to enjoy. Double disc again. This one actually has a live recording from Wacken in, let's say, 2005. I haven't listened to that yet, to be honest. So, and then the piece de resistance, apology for the noise, is you get this little fella. Now, a lot of people might be thinking, put it on, it'll look better than your normal face. And to be fair, you're probably right. But I'm not going to give you the enjoyment, because when I take it off, you'll just scare even more. But yeah, it's again, it's just it's something as a collector you think, yeah, I quite like that in my collection. I don't need it. I'll never wear it, and it'll probably never come out of this box. But you know, something a little bit different and out of the norm. So that's it for this. I won't put that back in the plastic yet, I'm making it rattle. That's it for this one. Just a little quick, mostly just to say thank you to Brendan, and just so people in the VC realise that I do appreciate the fact of what being a part of the VC means. The numbers are nice, you know, getting your subs counts up and views are nice, but I think making genuine friendships with people that are of a similar mind to yourself is far more important than who's got the most records, who's got the best CD collection, who's got the best cassette collections. Talking of CDs, and in the background, and it is an album I've showed before, but it's that good it needs showing again. In the background it is Daisy Cutter and their self-titled release. For an album that has been self-released, self-produced and I'm assuming self-financed, this is still played pretty much more than anything else in my collection. If this isn't number one in my album of the year list, it's going to take something extremely powerful to beat it. Say Daisy Cutter, Swedish HM2 Worship from Germany, Thorsten, the main man, and his good lady who does all the lyrics. Yeah, superb album, absolutely killer. If you haven't heard it yet, it's still available on Bandcamp. I think it was something like the pricely sum of £8 or whatever euros that turns into, or dollars that turns into. But it's definitely worth grabbing if you haven't got it yet. So that's what's playing in the background. It's Daisy Cutter and their self-titled Daisy Cutter. If you've stuck with me this long and listened to me waffling on, thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. I was going to do a collection update, but obviously getting this one in from Brendan, I thought it best to show some appreciation for that first. Sub counts, a couple new subs again, more the merrier. Any of this that you've heard of, or any thoughts on being a part of the VC, whether it just as a viewer like I was for a long time, until I got bullied into making videos by a certain Mr. Mark G with a C et al. Yeah, just drop down in the comments, and if you found anything entertaining, thumbs up would be very nice. And until next time, and as always, cheers!